Traveling in a van can be extremely chaotic. While crazy times keep me on my toes, simple moments are what keep me living this lifestyle. Sometimes you need a relaxing reprieve from the chaos to remember to enjoy the little things. This week, I was able to do exactly that. Reflect on the little joys in the long summer days, and dream about the possibilities of my future travel plans. I've been feeling a little inkling to head to... I'm about to leave to a spot. I need to get water and groceries and gas. So apparently canned soup is a fucking delicacy now because it's so expensive. I got some shortbread cookies. They were on sale and I love shortbread, so road snacks. I never tried this brand. As soon as I found my spot, I got my van all clean and ready to be lived in. This process involves moving stuff from the back to the front seat, arranging items on my countertop, and putting things away. Got my little biscuits, got my little gravy, and I'm gonna heat it up and eat that. Sometimes I go to camp spots and I can't find Athena's toys, and look what I just discovered. So Athena buries her toys, apparently, which makes sense why sometimes I just can't find them. Athena! Why did you bury this? I'm still at the same spot I was at in my last video. Nestled away off the side of the highway is a lake that is low at this time of year. My favorite part about this spot was the mountains in the distance. I love me a good mountain view. The worst part, however, was that it was right off the highway, so it got pretty busy. Okay, two things. One, I had to change because it's hot, so I just put this tank top on. Two, the view is a little bit different from earlier because I had to turn my van around. It is busy here and someone parked kind of like right in front of me, like in front of my door, and I felt like I had no privacy, so I just flipped a bitch. And now they're over there and I have a nice view here with no one staring at me. Getting to the end of the water supply, so come out here. Look how gross this is, and look at my curtains. So I'm gonna wipe this down. Ew. I accidentally left the hatch opened a little bit, like I didn't shut it all the way one time, and it just like completely, the dust of the dirt just got everywhere. With the hatch open, it's so much cooler. It's just a nice breeze coming through, and I have to show you the view. Okay, can you see me? A little bit, not really. I'm getting a little bit hungry, so I think I'm just gonna make a black bean quesadilla. Quesadilla, there's no cheese, it's just black beans, seasoning, and a tortilla. That's gonna be my dinner.
But I didn't think about, like, I guess it never.
So my little quesadilla, it's actually pretty bomb. If you just use a bunch of spices, then it turns out good. Food, a nice little view. What more could you want? Ignore this monstrosity right here. I just kind of slung one of my window coverings right here so that the lighting was better. Anyway, I'm still in Washington and I'll honestly probably be here for a minute. I always kind of linger around Washington when I come because it's home and it's hard to leave home. Also, it's beautiful during this time of year. The farthest I've ever been in my van is Colorado, and it was so strange. I remember I made a video about just feeling really lonely when I was there, and I know that's probably because it was still the beginning of like my van journey, so I was definitely more prone to loneliness back then. But also I think it's because it was like the farthest I've been in my van from home, and when I say home I mean like Washington and the Pacific Northwest really. And I remember it's just such like a bleak feeling. Like bleak is the best way I can describe it. I remember just feeling so little in this like vast country, and I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't traveled east yet. I really want to one day. I'm so nervous to go that way. I also know there's not as many public lands when you go east, and that worries me, but I also haven't been to the east, so my opinion isn't complete yet. I need to visit all the states first if I want a solid opinion with knowledge. I'm probably gonna linger around this area for a little bit, at least for the rest of the summer, I'm thinking. Don't quote me on that though, because you know, I've been feeling a little inkling to head to Wyoming. I'm excited to start heading that way again at some point. Now that I've been doing this for longer, I think that I would have a much better time. And then I kept talking and talking and talking about possible future travel plans. I guess you could say I'm excited for what's to come. The sun began to set and the moon rose higher in the sky. No sunsets here. I think the mountains covered any semblance of a sunset. After playtime with Athena, I made sure to complete some of my nightly tasks. Fill Athena's water, fill my water, and pick up my van a bit. I'm pretty sure I clean my van at least 3 times a day and it's still messy. I journaled about where I am in life and my future. Having something to look forward to is so important. There's a lovely quote about this I'll share real fast. The possibility of having a dream come true is what makes life interesting. All that is to say, I think about the future a lot and where I'm going. But sometimes it's nice to just be content with where I am right now, a concept I am continually working on. What is it? When I'm alone, the best parts of my week seem to be food, hanging with Athena, and pretty places. And I'm happy to say that is enough.